Have you ever wondered how the rise of ISIS, a radical extremist group, affects Christians around the world? It's a question that weighs heavily on many minds. ISIS, born out of chaos and conflict, has spread its tentacles across the globe, casting a long and terrifying shadow. This extremist group has not only disrupted socio-political landscapes but has also left an indelible mark on religious communities, particularly Christians. In regions where ISIS has a stronghold, Christians have found themselves in the crosshairs. They've been targeted, persecuted, and subjected to violence. Their places of worship have been desecrated, their communities shattered, their faith tested in the most brutal ways imaginable. The rise of ISIS has meant a significant increase in the persecution and violence against Christians, a reality that is as shocking as it is heartbreaking. What's more, the threat isn't confined to a specific geographical region. The reach of ISIS is global, and its impact on Christian communities is felt far and wide. From the Middle East to Africa, from Europe to the Americas, no corner of the world is untouched by this rising tide of extremism. But how does this relate to a verse from the Bible, specifically John 16:2? John 16:2 says, "They will put you out of the synagogue. In fact, the time is coming when anyone who kills you will think they are offering a service to God." This verse, spoken by Jesus, forewarns of a time when followers of Christ will face persecution. It's not just about being cast out from places of worship, but a prediction of violent actions against Christians justified by the perpetrators as a service to their interpretation of God. In the light of this, let's consider the rise of ISIS. This extremist group has been notorious for their violent actions against Christians and others who do not align with their narrow interpretation of faith. They believe erroneously that they are offering a service to God through these acts of terror. This situation seems to echo the prophecy of John 16:2, as we see believers in Christ being persecuted for their faith. It's important to clarify that this isn't about creating fear, but about understanding the breadth and depth of what it means to hold steadfast in faith even when faced with peril. It's a grim reality, but it's essential to understand the gravity of the situation. So, we've discussed the rise of ISIS, its impact on Christians, and related it to John 16:2. But where do we go from here? Indeed, we've journeyed through some dark valleys today. We've examined the rise of ISIS, an extremist group that has wreaked havoc worldwide. We've recognized the dire impact this has had on our Christian brothers and sisters, many of whom have faced persecution and hardship. We've also delved into the relevance of John 16:2, a verse that warns of times when those who persecute Christians will believe they are offering a service to God. This verse, written centuries ago, resonates deeply in our current situation, offering a chilling yet insightful perspective on the challenges faced today. But let's not forget the silver lining that adorns every cloud. The strength of the global Christian community and the resilience of our faith have always been our guiding lights. Regardless of the trials we face, the faith we hold dear remains unshaken. Our belief in love, peace, and justice continues to inspire us to stand firm, to support one another, and to work towards a world where every individual can live in harmony and freedom. Remember, in the face of adversity, faith remains a beacon of hope and resilience. Stay strong, stay hopeful.